How you doing, everybody? Hello, everybody on TikTok as well. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to Simulation Talk 284. My beard is going crazy. Gotta trim. Time to trim the beard. What's up, Guru? How are you, brother? Thank you so much. And Simulation Talk 284 started. Welcome, everybody who's joining right now. If you want to join through Twitch, it's LaserX83. I will activate Discord today. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. There we go. And then I can, if somebody comes on to chat them, I will definitely add them. My visibility of TikTok currently is limited. There's a few things here that I got to align, but hopefully you guys can hear me okay. There we go. Bring it down here. I ordered a whole new. What's up, McGregory? I ordered a whole new stand for it. What's up, Dimitri? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Let's dive in. Oh, Ebony's in the house. Wow. How are you, Ebony? Good to see you. Wonderful crew. Everybody are here. Power off is in the house. How are you? um, one second. Give me 1 second over here. Let me text something. Um, where's the plus sign? Okay. Sorry, this is important. Okay, and then what else? And okay, we're good to go. Sorry about this. How are you, Guru? Everybody's saying you missed everybody yesterday. I was doing art thing. Art thing is exciting. Oh, that's amazing. Wait, how do you sell without commission? How does that work? Oh, you're taking your pieces to the thing. That's really cool. Okay. Let's see what discussions we can get into today. Yesterday was a fun little chat. Thank you so much, Guru. I appreciate that. Okay. Let's dive into what we have. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Man, I'm sorry. I was about to do it today, man. Things are getting really out of control. Trying to do my best to follow everything. How to squeeze space into time. Okay. History. Let me look through my history. I forget sometimes that these things, it's fun homework, but it's homework. Okay, so let's see. Oh, okay, yeah, because I was trying to watch the Diary of CEO with Hoffman this time. I was hoping to get some more glimpses of something I haven't heard before, and I was about to watch this clip today. I was supposed to watch it yesterday, and then completely spaced on it. And now when we jumped online, I remembered. But I think I was trying to listen to a few words right now to see if there's maybe a hint of what he's about to say that is different in the timestamp that was suggested to me. But it seems like what he's saying is it might need a little bit more unpacking and require a deeper dive. So I might not be able to watch all of it right now. And but I'll definitely watch it. There you go. Now it's lined up. So now we're good with that. What's up, Herman? You make what? Good to have everybody here. One thing that came up today a few times, almost like a theme, it's the self-perception and meaning in our lives. So maybe we can dive into this today, but first let's see if we can explore it through some of the questions that people might be asking. Man, this is so limiting to do it this way, but we got to do it with what we have, right? Welcome everybody on TikTok. Thank you so much for liking. I appreciate that. What was that? Ali Barakai saying, I'm from Syria. I am from Syria. Welcome. Welcome from Syria. What's up, Brandon? How are everybody feeling today? Yeah, we would love to see your art, actually, Ebony. What's up, sis? Let's see if we can solicit some questions before we dive into the topic that seems to be relevant. Oh yeah, the lives. Sometimes I take a break just simply because I'm either traveling to a place where it's very difficult to stream from, which was the case this time, or if I'm too busy. So recently we had the baby, and I also had to travel abroad to do a lecture, which was fun. It was an event in France. It was a lot of fun. But in any case, yeah, we're never stopping these lives. These lives are going to keep going. Sometimes we just have to take some periods of break, and that's okay. Sub 01. Is that I like the handle because I have a new show called 0 to 1, which, by the way, if you guys haven't watched the first episode, you guys should. I really enjoyed it. The majority of it is going to be promoted on Spotify, but I'm also going to be posting them here on YouTube as well. I'm still going to be doing the Dangle Thoughts one. I'm just I haven't decided yet exactly how to separate the episodes. We'll see. I don't know what. Thank you so much, Dimitri. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Brandon. I appreciate you. Okay, so I think that there's not too many questions currently. And this is not a members live, which means that I can't really watch the video with you. Otherwise, we're going to be immediately demonetized, which sucks. Otherwise, we could watch a clip of this together. But again, I think the more I operate in this space, the more it becomes clear to me that the emphasis on personal integrity of the spirit is the most important thing to emphasize, really, across the board. If it's in your spiritual pursuit, if it's in the advancement of science and technology, everything that is coming up for us as humanity, politically, all of everything. The main thing to really emphasize for ourselves is well-being. So, putting in the work and being able to, just hold a space for yourself, experiencing uh, inner balance. These things are very crucial because the more we're going to be advancing with whatever is coming next, the more it's going to be difficult to keep a pretty even ground inside. So practicing now before it gets too tumultuous and too crazy is very important. And I think now more than ever, picking up a meditative practice or at least a contemplative one in which you consider your day to day, moment to moment experience, I think becoming more and more crucial. I don't know what this means, Furman, but it looks really cool. Um, and yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's see if we have any interesting, challenging subjects. I see, still see the console. Yeah, Chris, Kenny. If anybody wants to come on and chat, you let me know and I'll bring you up. But there was a particular topic that I wanted to touch on from this, and I spacing on it as we speak. But it had to do with with this, with the central locus of attention. I've said it many times before in the live, so it's not going to be news to people that are listening to this live on a daily basis. But I do think that it's really important that we emphasize this. Guys, it doesn't matter if you believe that it's a technical simulation or God's dream or part of the higher self, whatever it is. Oh, so cool, Ebony. Thank you so much for following from Twitch. Which, by the way, if you guys want to support our Twitch, go to LaserX83 on Twitch and follow us on the live from there. That would be really helpful. It doesn't matter how you believe the experience you have comes about. The important thing is that it comes about or came about, and now you're here and now you're experiencing life. So, one simple way of saying it is that if you think about the movie The Matrix, the one big flaw in its reasoning and philosophy behind the film is that obviously, well, the first thing to acknowledge is that the film is great. So, however it is that they made the movie make sense, it's fine. But of course, without these premises, there would be no film. But the truth is that, of course, it doesn't make any sense because just because somebody is inside of a computational environment does not mean then when they experience pain or they experience love, it's any less real to them, which is all that matters. In the instance of experience, that's when reality happens. So it doesn't really matter how it comes about. It sounds like a almost like a moot point that, like, why even mention it? But the truth is that it's a very key component because I'm noticing people more and more. One of the biggest questions that people keep bringing up is, how do we keep sanity in the face of fill in the blank, whatever it is? And the truth is that you don't really need to deal with anything of the scales that you imagine. You only have to go through the present moment as it presents itself. That's all you got to do. No more, no less. It's very simple, actually, because right now, as you're sitting there or standing there or laying there, uh, that's all you have to get through. And then the next moment will come and you're going to have to get through that one. But you never actually have to absorb all of life at once. And again, this is the Buddhistic teaching at its core. But I can't think of a better time in humanity to emphasize this because what is unfolding to a large degree is pretty intense. But in order to get through these moments, we just have to be able to absorb this immediate present moment. That's pretty much it. Let me look at some of the questions. Full tank session coming on up Tuesday, and I'm going to take the molecule. Well, that's going to be interesting. I want to know how that went. Thank you so much, Ebony. I appreciate you. Have you played about with different lasers, powers, and colors to see if there's for the layers? Yes, all of these things were definitely tried. Again, we have a wonderful community on Discord that I highly recommend you guys join because we exchange some of these notes there. You can find the link to it both on YouTube and on TikTok and in the link tree on TikTok. So feel free to come and join that. What else? Uh, Light plus hertz. What about light? You mean vibrating the light? Yeah, we tried this. Nothing happens. The trilogy, and also just to be clear, the important thing for me is the encouragement of experimentation. Theories, I appreciate you guys, but there are as many theories as there are people. We all have theories. If you think you have a good idea, go and test it. If something comes off it, let me know. I would love to know about it. Zar10101 saying the trilogy ends with Neo realizing both the real world and the Matrix is emanation. Thus, he can do magical stuff in both, or he realizes still in the simulation, which I think is the more likely scenario, because there is no end to the simulation. Why would it be one layer? Yes, we tried overlaying many colored lasers. Why do we think of the future and the past so much? Good question, Ollie. The truth is that that's the only thing you can think about. You can't really think about the present. You have to be in the present. Do you remember me saying I'm from Eugene, Oregon, and about the heart condition? And now it has just totally changed my life. I'm sober and feel so much healthier. That's amazing, Marie. That is wonderful to hear. Amazing. Am I getting gray hairs from streaming every day? I've had gray hair since I was born, pretty much. So I don't think so. Um. When I'm in the present, something forces me out of it. Yeah, that's your mind. What's up, Ken? There we go. Poor baby. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. I appreciate you. Jessica, how are you? Just out of curiosity, do you practice suggestion, the molecule space, like when you're already there? Do you suggest something into manifestation? No, but again, I don't think you can manipulate reality more than when you're in hyperspace than you are in a regular space. What I'm seeing is a very different kind of thing, and it kind of goes in the face of what a lot of people make claims about. So it's possible that I'm just seeing something different because I'm in a different place of reality, or I'm seeing something more correct than most people, or I'm seeing something less correct than most people. But I can only go by what makes sense to me in the space and what I'm seeing, and it does not. I am experiencing something very technical, and it does not seem to be with the kind of thing that you get to influence things more from. At least that's my experience. Yeah. Inadvertently did this the other day. So you think that by being in the space, you influence reality more rather than less, or rather than the same? Is that what you're saying, Ebony? Should you question everything? Yes, absolutely, all the time. Thought of something specific which seemed to transport me to another area, and so what I was thinking of. Okay. Why does it stand out more than your regular experiences? Just because it had this agency component? What is your biggest idea? That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe that nobody in reality knows the answer, the ultimate truth. I mean, I thought of some things. Oh, you said it already. Okay. If you guys want to bring anything up as subjects for maybe discussion, conversation, I mean, you can keep doing assertions, but I mean, there's not much I can do with assertions because it's just the second you assert them, they're out there and they stand on their own, and that's where we are. Felt different, like calling on some archetype, and then bam, I was taken to the realm where I could see what archetype. Yeah, I think Ebony. I think my whole thing is that I've experienced so many times in that space when there's like this big build up towards something, and it seems to be part of something, and then it just isn't. And I've experienced it so many times that at a certain point I just became desensitized to it. I'm like, oh, it's just like a little whatever it is. Um, so to me, it's kind of like more about the present moment and what I'm experiencing in it versus anything in special or in particular. You know, it's more about the connecting to the simple things. You found it close to figuring out the angle you may be looking for. I'm looking for an angle. For what specifically? Didn't mean to do it though. It was fleeting. So that just yeah. So if you can repeat something on a regular basis and it always happens the exact same way, I would say okay, that's interesting. But if it's one of these like amazing, mind blowing experiences that you have, they happen all the time on the molecule, and very often it would feel very unique and special and different than all the other times. That happens, but unless it can be repeated, demonstrated, replicated, otherwise, this aside from saying that's awesome and amazing, there's not much we can do with it. Topolypsian, good to see you. Okay, so I think I don't know if we have any takers. Anyone here has a discussion point? I think it's the specialness that I'm identifying as problematic, just because ultimately most things are just kind of happening in the stream, and coming to terms with the fact that most things in existence would be this way versus in the special way or in the unique way tells me that getting familiar and comfortable and ultimately falling in love with the mundane is the main skill that we all want to hone. I'm not by no means um, diminishing your experience. I think it's amazing, but like if you're bringing it to me and saying, okay, what do you think? All I can say is that's incredible that you experienced it, but it, there has to be something there for me to do with uh, something that we can, there's so many of these. There's so many of these special moments that they just stop being special, basically. No, in the simulation, the Earth cannot be flat because the simulation still has to make sense. It still has to track logic within itself. I think the molecule shows you how envisioning it helps to bring it about, and then would take action or bring about. It's simply not my experience of the molecule. The molecule, I do not experience the molecule as some kind of an opening of my mind or something like that. I'm experiencing the molecule as going to another place. It is highly technological, does not care about what I'm saying or what I'm doing. It is simply part of the larger operation. And I'm not experiencing this open space that allows for more possibilities. I'm experiencing some kind of a space that exists on its own side with its own set of rules, highly technological. Specifically with the molecule itself, it's not even spiritual for me. So we might just have different experiences. I think that's the closest to what I think might be going on, because these descriptions don't map onto my experience at all, like not even a little bit. In fact, I'm a little surprised that people even have these experiences, but because for the most part, I think I mean, across the board, the molecule is pretty much like this highly technological thing. And I guess I can guess that maybe people overlaying their wants and needs on it. But I think maybe the more rational explanation is that people are just experiencing different things. It's very possible. But I do hear sometimes people saying, I came back from the molecule experience and I just saw these aliens, or I saw these like super advanced, civilization, technological thing. Am I doing it wrong? And I'm like, no, that's what the molecule is. Like, I don't even know where you got this idea of angels and all this stuff. So we might be experiencing different things. It wasn't that it was any more unique than my other experiences in the realms, just that the thought created something different almost instantly, but I wanted to try and replicate. I don't know why it doesn't really. I mean, it sounds. Got it. So usually you just go and experience what is offered. This time you could actually control it. I understand. That is to some degree unique. If you can do this on a regular basis, that would be very interesting to know. I would be very interested to know about this. Earth is hyperspherical. Earth is not even a little bit spherical. Earth is more like egg shaped. What's up, Jay? So it is another entity. We are entering some other physical realm. That's interdimensional, correct? Short answer is I would say yes. Yeah, I would love to know if you can replicate this, Ebony. Good to hear, Wotus. Wotus. The molecule reveals patterns in some things. Oh yeah, it definitely does that. Greg Norris is in the house. How you doing, brother? Good to see you here. I like the E8. Let me know if you guys have any points of discussion here. Thank you, King Triple Eight. Appreciate you. Wait, what? True. Oh, you know what? This is somewhat unfortunate, but I think I might actually have to adjourn pretty early today. I think my wife needs me. Yeah. Let's tomorrow. I'm actually gonna come up with. I'm gonna watch that video that you guys shared with Donald Hoffman on the Diary of a CEO, and we'll have a deeper discussion about this stuff because I do think we need to touch on a few things that are pretty overarching in the philosophy we should be aspiring to and occupying. So apologies on the abrupt ending, but I think I do need to adjourn for the day. So if you guys want to follow me across platforms, you'll be Danny Goller on Instagram and TikTok. It'll be Goller Danny on X, LaserX83 on Twitch, and Dango Thoughts on YouTube. You can join the membership program on YouTube, which includes early access to all my content, weekly lives for members only, that are more than just the daily lives, because we dive much deeper into subjects and watch videos together and stuff. If you sign up from the second tier and up for the membership program, it will give you access to Zoom calls with me once a month, which are a lot of fun because there's not a lot of people there. And if you still want to contribute to the film, you can do so. Find the trailer on my channel, Dango Thoughts. You can also find the link to it in the link tree in the description of TikTok. And in the description of the video itself, you can find the GoFundMe page and contribute to the film there. If you contribute over $1,000, you will be on the group of the people that would see the movie, the first ones in the world, as a premiere. I think it's pretty dope. If you can't do that, don't worry about it. You will still see the film like everybody else. You can check out our website, codeofreality.com, and come join our Discord group that you can find the link to which you can find both on YouTube and on TikTok. Apologies for the very abrupt ending. I want to acknowledge our incredible moderators. Guru, thank you so much, brother. Ebony, appreciate you. Chris and Jessica, thank you guys. There are moderators on YouTube and on Discord. Come join our Discord group, and we're here every single day. I want to appreciate the community members, the old and the new. Thank you so much for always showing up and doing what you do, asking questions. Today, it was a bit short and abrupt. Apologies for that. Tomorrow, we'll make up for it. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Peace and love. Ciao. Have a good night, guys.